So today we're going to learn how to make a simple shooting game on Scratch, which is going to look something like this. So I have my player, which I can maneuver with my right and left arrow keys, and every time I hit the up arrow key, I shoot bullets out at my target, and every time I manage to hit my target, I get 1 point, and yep. So let's learn how to make it. Okay, so I'm on Scratch now, and I created a new file and I called it Simple Shooting Game. And I just changed the background to black as I preferred it, but you guys can choose whatever you want. And so now I'm gonna create a new sprite. You can choose the sprite or you can make your own, so I decided to paint my own. And in this case, I am choosing the color to be blue, and it's gonna be a square. So this is gonna be my player. And I'm just gonna drag it down so it's like in my preferred location. Now let's get on to the code. So what we want is like whenever we click the right or left arrow key, it should move. So that's what we're gonna program in the player. So whenever the green flag is clicked, I wanna first go to the same position. So I'm gonna go to same X and same Y. Because if ever my sprite was moved by accident, it'll always go back to that position. Then I'm gonna make a new variable and I'm gonna call it player speed. And this is gonna determine the speed of the player and how fast it moves. As I clicked for the sprite only so other sprites can't use it. And so now I'm setting the player speed to 8, and it can be modified later on. If it's too fast, we can make it go low, or if it's too slow, we can increase it. And I'm just gonna uncheck so it doesn't stay in the board. So now I'm gonna put in a forever loop, and I'm gonna say if the right arrow key was pressed, then I want it to move to the right. So I'm gonna choose if the key right arrow was pressed, I want it to move speed steps to, so that'll be to the right. So let's just test it out. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. So now I want to do the opposite. I want to do if the left arrow key is pressed, I want it to move the opposite direction. So in this case, I'm going to have to multiply the variable, which is player speed, by -1. So it's going to go in the opposite direction. So I'm going to go to operators, and I'm going to multiply it by -1. And I'm going to drag it on to the moves steps. Perfect. So now if I try it again, my player is moving. It's also a good idea to name your sprite, so I'm naming it player, so it's we'll know what it is later on. Now I'm going to create a new sprite, and this is going to be my target. So I want it to be white, and it's going to be a rectangle for me. You guys can choose whatever shapes you want, and like whatever colors you want. That's completely up to you. And I'm gonna rename it target so I know what it is later on. So now let's go on to the code. So I want it to constantly move right and left on a loop. So we are first gonna just position it to like the place I want it so I know where it is. And then I'm gonna go back and say when the green flag is clicked, I want it to move. But first I want it to go to that position because in case if it was moved later on, it's easy to go back. And I'm gonna make another variable for this sprite only, and I'm gonna name it target speed. And I'm going to set that also to 8. But if it could also be changed, so it doesn't have to always be 8. And now I'm going to say forever if the X locations were ever out of target. So if they were ever in the ends and went out of the board, I want to multiply it by -1. So if X position is less than -230, which is the end of the board, or if the X position is greater than 230, and so I'm just going to go to the operators and choose the OR. Let's see. Then I wanted to multiply it by -1, like we did with the player. So I'll move in the opposite direction. So every time it's in the other side, it's going to multiply itself by -1. But besides that, it's always going to move. So I'm going to go back, and I'm going to say move outside the if statement. I'm going to say move the target speed step. So it's always going to move. And if ever it was outside of the boundaries, the variable is going to be manipulated. It's going to be multiplied by -1. So that's good. The target is looking good. So that's the code for the target. I'm also going to create another costume for the target, and I'm going to make it red. Because later on, I want that if the bullet were to ever hit the target, I want it to become red. So I'm going to just make a new costume as now. And when it started, just to make sure it's always in the right costume, I'm going to say switch back to costume 1, which is the white. And we're going to program the red part later. Now we're going to create a new sprite, and that's going to be our bullet. So every time I hit the up arrow key, it's going to bullets are going to shoot out on my player. So I want it to be a yellow circle. That looks about the right size. And I'm going to rename it bullet. And I'm going to go back to events. I'm going to say when the green flag is clicked, I want it to hide because I don't want it to show yet. So when I click it, it's gone already. It's hiding. I'm going to go to control, and I'm going to say forever, if my up arrow, or whenever my up arrow is clicked, I am going to create a clone of the bullet. And when I create a clone, that means then I can have multiple bullets, because as of now, there's just one bullet if I didn't create a clone. And I'm always going to wait until I am not pressing the up arrow, because sometimes I can press the up arrow for a long time, and then multiple bullets will shoot out. So then I'm going to go back, and then I'm going to make a new thing, and I'm going to say whenever I start as a clone, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to, not a random position, but I'm going to go to the player. So I'm going to start off where my player is. And I'm going to show myself. And I'm going to repeat this until I am touching my target or I have gone out of the board. So I'm going to say I'm going to repeat this until I have touched my target or my my Y position is greater than the length of the board. Y position is greater than board, which is about 165. And every time it is not touching the target or the Y position is greater than 165, I'm going to have it move. I'm going to change that's Y location by 10, so it's going to move up the board. And I want to broadcast that whenever it's touching the target, I want it to say something. So I'm going to say whenever it's touching the target, then I'm going to broadcast or like show a message saying that target hit. So other sprites will know when my target is hit. And after it's done with all of that, it's going to delete this clone. So then I can have multiple bullets. So let's test it out. If I hit the up arrow key, perfect. Multiple, okay, perfect. So now I want it to actually turn red when I hit it. So I'm going to go back to the target and I'm going to say, when I receive that the target has been hit, I'm going to switch back my costume to costume 2, which was the red brick. I'm going to say wait for 0.2 seconds. And I'm going to go back to the white costume, which is costume 1. So it's going to turn red for a brief second. So I'm just going to try it out. Okay, there we go. So it just turned red for that brief moment. So I know that it's turned red. Now let's do something fun. Let's add a score. So let's make a variable, name it score. And I'm going to put it for all sprites. And so every time I hit it, I want the score to increase by 1. So at the start, the score is always going to be 0. And whenever I receive my target hit, that means I've touched the target, I'm going to change my score by 1. So it's going to increase by 1. And once it does that, it's going to just, for fun, play a sound, which is the pop sound. I'm going to have that. So I'm going to try. Yay! So my score increased by 1 and I heard that pop sound. So yeah, that's the simple shooting game. And now feel free to modify it, add levels and other things, and even change the colors and all the sprites. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how you make a simple shooting game. Yay!